Welcome to Longevity's Welding channel. On today's tips and tricks, I'm going to cover a little fabrication project that I have to do. I got to build about 15 of these GoPro mounts to mount on race cars. So I'm going to take you through the process. I've pretty much got everything cut out and I started to get some things tacked up. So we'll talk a little bit about tacking once again, how to distribute the heat, and we'll weld it up. Taking a quick look at this little tab, I've basically came in on the end, put a nice solid little tack, then I came around on the back side and tied that in, and basically what that's going to do is kind of keep things upright. I'll probably come in and put one right here and then go to the opposite side and put one, just so it kind of anchors that in place. It's not important that it stays a true 90, but here again we always try to strive for perfection every time we're doing something. So let's see how she welds up. The tungsten I've selected for this is 3/32 in size, 2% serrated. I'm flowing about 7 liters per minute on my flow regulator, and I'm set up with about 95 amps, and I've chosen this time not to use a pulse, and I'll just weld it up. Okay, I'm set up and I'm establishing good hand position, good torch angle. I'm trying to divide the heat between the top and the bottom. They both are 90 thousandths. So I'm just kind of distributing the heat well, watching the metal wet, dipping and moving. And I'm trying to move right here about a 1/16 at a time. The rod I'm using for this is ER70S2, and I'm using 1/16 in diameter. I've decided to go ahead and play with the pulse once again, just to see how it was going to turn out. Once again, I have that setting set up about 1 pulse a second, and here I'm just kind of laying the rod in it and just kind of adding rod as it needs it. And what it's doing is it's freezing and it's making a very, very nice C pattern, and it's kind of taking a lot of the heat out of it for the second side, so I'll actually get a much cleaner weld in the end. Setting in low, I'm set up right about 55% for my pulse width. For my pulse frequency, I'm down at 0.2. And my pulse current, I'm set up somewhere around, I would say, 85 amps or so. Coming up on 3/4 right there. I'm not all the way up, but I'm probably somewhere around 65, 70 amps, somewhere in there. Now we have a totally adjustable mount that we can hose clamp on to a race car, different race cars, and for different angles we can set it up and change that for what we need, whether it needs to be level or not, just with the through bolt, and we'll tighten that up or loosen that up as we need to change the angles. So that's the final product there. I hope you've enjoyed the tips and tricks. Now get out in the shop and go practice. Thank you for watching Longevity's Welding channel. I'm Tim Roble, and I'll catch you here next time.